is part of the Gwen now. Not only can they modify the weather, as you see in this picture, number 5, cause and effect. There's a lightning storm, rain out of it. But you can call out these jets and have them help you and spray chemtrails. And the other thing is assault people and monitor them. But you have to have a computer, a microwave gun, to get in the network. So as you can see in this Eastland patent here, these mirrors, after the day is over, can make an ionosphere mirror, and transfer it at high rates as fast as you can from one side of the planet to the other. Whoever has the same setup, like they did on the microwave gun already. Here's the Scholar Wave system. It's like a chart. You can see it's pretty cut up pretty good. And these are things being used on my body and head in our town. And they have this stuff so dense around with this computer automatically monitoring it. And every sound it hears, it'll like attack and make noise in it. And that goes for electronics and everything. It's really weird. And there's some type of sound going through it. Like it's monitoring the sound of everything. And using like a computer decode it and then program itself automatically, or with the people on it doing the programming. So
out here, he said that a lot of folks in the rural areas, they have a difficult time hearing the sirens, but they rely on those weather radios, they rely on weather reports on television to try and get them through this. And tonight, last night, they were lucky to find shelter and not be harmed. Now we're going to head east to Blue Mound, where they received a lot of heavy damage. We're going to stay out here, talk to these folks, see how they're managing with all of this damage here in Anderson County. We'll have that for you on our evening newscast. Reporting live, I'm Heather Staggers. Back to you.
All right, so that was video just posted to the website KCTV. Again, that's our affiliate there in Kansas City, Missouri. Coming up, Frederica, we're going to check in with our iReporters. They have been hard at work covering all the severe weather for us. I'm going to share some of those iReports with you next.
Good, and we appreciate that our iReporters are out there getting these images and information, but we certainly are not encouraging anyone to put their life in jeopardy to get this information. Veronica Dela Cruz, thanks so much.
There is hope. Those words from President Bush today as he tours the Gulf Coast, checking on hurricane recovery efforts. The president's sentiment not quite shared by everybody, especially in New Orleans. Much of the city still in shambles a year and a half after the storm. And our Susan Roshan is in New Orleans, where the president has just touched down. Hello to you, Susan.
Hello, TJ. The president has landed in New Orleans now, and because of all the bad weather we've seen here on CNN this afternoon, the president flew in on Air Force One instead of Marine One, the helicopter that he had planned to take in from Mississippi. Air Force One, of course, is safer for the president in these kinds of weather conditions. When he was on the ground in Mississippi, this is what he got a look at out of his window in the presidential motorcade. Miles and miles of beachfront property, some of it fixed up, some of it still damaged after that wall of water, the storm surge that came through in Hurricane Katrina. The president stopped to talk to some of the people in the area, and he talked to them about how they have been able to get federal money to rebuild their homes.
Part of the reason I've come down is to tell the people here on the Gulf Coast that we still think about them in Washington, and that we listen to the governor when he speaks. The other reason I've come down is I want the taxpayers of the United States to see firsthand what their money has done to help revitalize of communities that were literally wiped out because of a major storm. This is a hopeful day. There's obviously a lot more work to be done. You can see vacant lots where there's going to be new building.
The president also pointed out that it's the federal government's job to write the checks, but he says it's the responsibility of state and local officials to make sure that the federal money gets to the people who need it. Right now, the president is having lunch